Hey friends, my name's Stanley and I'm from the Ayurveda and Yoga Institute. One of our core beliefs here at AYI is that a vibrant sense of community is necessary for inner evolution. A community can go support us when we need a shoulder to lean on. It can provide a novel insight or an outside perspective. And so in this time during the coronavirus quarantine, when we can't connect in person, I want to see if we could extend this into a virtual sense. So all of the current AYI members, we can continue these discourses and discussions. And we could also invite more members in so we can all benefit and we can have a virtual community. So what we'll do with all these classes is we'll go and we'll explore a different theme in class. And at the end of class, I'll provide a personal anecdote and story relating to how I work with that theme. And I hope that serves as inspiration to you to share, to comment, to support, and to participate. So the theme of today is something that's top of mind with a time like this. There's been many changes that we've made to our lives based on this quarantine and this upsettling of our routines. But how do we remain vibrant in those changes? How do we keep those changes active when a status quo returns? For class today, 2 blocks will be very beneficial, a blanket will be great, and that'll be all that you need. Stay tuned for after class and I'll share a personal little something about how I'm relating to this. Thanks and enjoy. Let's get started in a comfortable seat. Let the eyes come to a gentle close. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down, and let the crown of the head reach skywards. Once you find this seat, let yourself tap into the breath. What is the breath trying to tell you at this moment? Even though you're not making any effort to necessarily change the breath, you may notice that simply bringing awareness brings some changes. And so with awareness on the breath, let the breath change. Let it grow longer, deeper, fuller, rhythmic, even, smooth. Take a few more moments here to find a pace of breath that you'll aim to continue with for the rest of class. With your next inhale, reach the arms wide and up. And with the exhale, let the hands rest beside the body. Let the right fingertips come onto the ground, tenting the hand up. Next inhale, left hand reaches up and reaches over towards the right side. When the next inhale arises, both hands lift up, torso reaches up. Exhale, other side. And continue on back and forth at the pace of your breath a few times. Maybe refining each time, maybe reaching a little bit longer each time. Next time the left hand is on down to the ground, what you'll do is with the inhale, instead of reaching it up, you'll reach forward, around. Plant it down to the right side, exhale, follow with the left, so you're doing a circular motion. Going back and forth once again with the pace of your breath. As you rotate this way, I invite you to notice what's happening in the body. Notice what's happening in the spine, the side body. How can you refine? How can you enjoy? How can you be here? Good. Next time, the left hand's reaching up and over the ears. Stay there. Plant both sitting bones on down. Actively reach that left hand, maybe reaching that right arm further away. Nice big side body stretch. As you breathe, what do you notice? What do you feel? With the next inhale, switch sides, reaching that left arm forward, around to the side, follow the right hand. Lovely. Good. Next time you exhale, you're going to reach that right arm forward and around, this time back behind you. And then take that left hand to the right knee, twist, look over that right shoulder. Inhale, switch sides, reaching, twisting, exhale. Back and forth, pace of your breath. And notice what is happening. Notice the little subtleties in the spine. And most of all, see if you can enjoy this process. If it changes with time, that's perfect. Next time you're looking over that right shoulder, stay there. A few breaths in this twist. Maybe every inhale, crown reaches taller. Every exhale, if it's available, twisting deeper. Switching sides. Next inhale, coming forward to center, planting both hands down, sitting forward, relax the forehead down. If the head can't come to the ground, stack forearms, stack fists at the forehead, relax. Lovely. Take the hands, let's start to come forward to tabletop position. You may want a blanket under the knees. You'll be here for some time. And there will be a pose where there is some pressure on the knees. Once you get to this position, you're going to take the left toes down, lift the left knee up just a little bit, and start drawing some circles with that knee and the ankles, revolving around those 5 toes, circling that thigh bone into the hip socket. Keep the breath. And switch directions. Same leg, other side. Excellent. Let's plant the knee down. Let's switch sides. So pick the right knee up. Start drawing some circles with that hip, with that thigh. Switch sides. Good. Right knee down. Picking the left knee, left shin up with the next inhale. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Exhale, revolve it out and back. Inhale it in. Nice slow circles. Going with the breath, maybe getting a little bit larger every single time. And start to go a little bit quicker. Keep the breath, but start to rotate that thigh slowly, quicker and quicker and quicker, using some momentum here, getting into that hip. Good. A little bit more. If there's some heat building, then notice what it's feeling. And let's slowly dampen and switch directions. So bringing that knee back, around and forward. Back, around, and forward. Go with the breath. One rotation, one breath. And start to go a little bit quicker. Quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. Good. And now from here, take that left leg straight out to the left. Right knee will be gently, or more or less, let's say, right underneath the right hip. Left toes point forward. Next exhale, sit back. Inhale, move forward. Back and forth, pace of your breath. However you want to modify this, go for it. This is your practice. Good. Next time you come on forward, take the right hand straight out to the right. Draw the left hand straight up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, reach it up a few times, pace of your breath. Next time the hand is up, keep it there. Actively reach up towards the ceiling. Turn the palm so it's facing back behind you. Reach the fingertips, they're facing towards the right side. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, maybe start to pick up that left leg. Stay here for a few moments, wherever you are. Assess, how do you feel here? What does your body need? And you can stay here if you'd like to, if it feels good. Bend into that left knee, reach the left hand around, grabbing for that ankle or the foot, and then opening back behind you. Taking a moment or two here. Wherever you are, gently returning back to that original position. Foot out. You may want a block for this next part. So taking the block by that left foot, start to turn onto that ankle so the toes are facing up, heel is down. And now from this point, you're gonna plant the left hand on the ground or onto a block. Inhale, reach the right hand on up. Excellent. And with the next exhale, bend into that knee. Trying to take that left knee right above the left heel. If this is too much on the back knee, then bring this left foot in a little bit. Block might be good under that left hand, right hand stays reaching on up. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, start to reach the right fingers forward in line with that right ear. Notice the breath here. Notice the body. What is the body? What is the breath telling you? Next exhale gently does it back to tabletop position. Let yourself sway a little bit side to side. And then bring the knees together, sit back onto the heels. Let the eyes come to a close. Notice what is the difference between the left and right side. Good, let's get ready for side 2. Picking that right shin, right knee off the ground as the hands come out in front of you back to tabletop. And then slowly does it. Inhale, right knee towards the chest. Exhale, back and around. With the breath, each time maybe getting a little bit larger with the circle. Starting to go a little bit quicker. And quicker. And quicker and quicker to a nice pace in those rotations. A little bit more. Be with the heat. And let's get ready for the other direction. So slowing down, rotating back, around and forward and down. Start slow with the breath. Start to pick up the pace. Good, little more. And then take that right foot out to the side. Once again, left knee underneath that left hip. Hands out in front, exhale, sit back. Inhale forward with your breath. Next time you come on forward, stay there for a moment. Take that left hand out to the side. Reach the right hand up with an inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Back and forth, pace of your breath. Nice. Next time the right hand is up, stay there. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, right leg lifts on up. Maybe that right hand reaches forward in space. Wherever you are, stay. If you took that option bending back last time, do it again, reaching right hand towards right ankle, opening back in space. Few more breaths, be full, be rhythmic. Next inhale, unwind it. Again, block might be good here. Turning towards that right foot, toes come up, right hand down to the ground or to a block. Left hand reaches on up, staying here. Next exhale, bend into that right knee. Taking that block down again, knee is trying to reach right over the ankle. So adjust as you need to. And then reaching that left hand up, option 1 here. Option 2, reaching towards the front of the room here. Left bicep over left ear, keep the torso twisted. Breathing, noticing what is happening. And if this is challenging, how can you soften with the breath? Next exhale, find your way back to a tabletop position. Bringing the toes together, knees apart, settle back into a child's pose. And then planting the hands down, tucking the toes, lifting up and back, downward facing dog. You may want to move this blanket out to the side. You won't need it for some time here. Pedaling out the feet, shaking the head, settling into this first down dog of this experience. With the next inhale, look at the hands. Slide the shoulders so they're right over the hands. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. With the pace of your breath, inhales forward. Exhales back. How can you remain present here? How can you continue to refine? Next time you're forward in plank pose, stay there. Heels back, crown the head forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Tops of the feet press firmly into the ground. Next inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, lower down, back and forth with the breath. Building into the motions, building into the poses. How can you prepare for the cobra that's coming soon? Next time the shoulders lift, finding cobra pose. Chest proud, shoulder blades down the spine, elbows in. Using the hands as much as will support this position now. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes, hips back towards heels. Slowly does it, downward facing dog. Good. Coming onto your toes. Next inhale, right leg lifts up and back behind you. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose. Inhale on back. Exhale in a few more times. We're getting ready to step the foot between the hands. So getting that motion ready. With your next exhale, step the foot between the hands. Spiral the back foot down so the toes face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, warrior two. Looking at that right hand. Next time the inhale comes, straighten the front leg. Both hands reach up, look up. Exhale, warrior two. Pace of your breath here. Maybe each time you sink a little bit more fully into warrior two. Next time you come down, stay there, warrior two. Next inhale, take the left hand, reach it forward, graze the right hand. Exhale, pull it back. Back and forth, find a sense of fluidity in the body. Find a sense of grace, a sense of maybe play or of ease, or if nothing else, let this feel nice. When the left hand is back, next exhale, we'll take the hands to frame that front foot, pick the back heel up, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, slide forward, plank pose. Exhale, all the way or halfway down. Inhale to your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, come onto the toes, heels left, left leg reaches up with the inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Back and forth, pace of your breath. Next exhale, step it through. Spiral the back heel down. Right toes face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, warrior two. Next inhale, straighten the front leg, hands reach up. Exhale, settle in. Back and forth, your breath. Next time you exhale, stay there. Inhale, right hand reaches forward. Exhale, pull it back. Continuing on with your breath. Let this be your motion. Next time the right hand is back with the exhale. Cartwheel with hands down. Right heel picks up. Downward facing dog once again. This time, look between the hands, come onto the toes, walking the feet forward towards the hands. Hands onto the shins, flat back, big inhale. Exhale, forward folding, hanging out here, bending the knees, finding some ease. Maybe the shoulders are feeling warm, so holding opposite elbows, swaying, shaking the neck, whatever feels good in your body. Bend the knees incredibly deeply, so stomach and thighs touch. Next inhale, roll the spine up. Head comes up last. And then even after that, the hands reach wide and up. Hands to heart center, and then down with the exhale. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Staying here. What information are you receiving? Listen. lovely. Next inhale, arms wide and up. Exhale, swan dive, forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands plant to the ground. Left leg takes a big step back. Heel comes down, toes long. Once again, warrior two. This time, next inhale, flip the right palm up, reach wide and up and back, coming into reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Back and forth, pace of your breath. With the repetition, can you refine each time you come in? With the familiarity, can you refine each time you come in? Next time you're in that humble warrior, reverse warrior, staying there. If this gets too much on that right leg, feel free to straighten the knee at any point. Next exhale, cartwheel in the hands, framing the front foot. Back heel lifts on up. Step forward, flat back, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hanging out here for a breath or two. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down, right leg takes a big step back. Warrior two on this side. Cartwheel in the hands up. Inhale, left hand flips up, comes back, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two, back and forth, pace of your breath. Next time the hand reaches back, stay there. Once again, if this is too much of the legs, be honest with yourself. Feel free to straighten at any point. Next exhale, cartwheel in the hands. Frame out that front foot, back heel lifts up, step forward, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, and coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Down beside you, bound pose. Let's go in one more time. Inhale, hands wide and up. Exhale, forward folding. This time, bend the knees enough for the palms to plant down. Left leg takes a big step back. Feel free to bring a blanket underneath here, you may need it. Option one, hands on the ground. Crown head reaches up, back knees lifted. Option two, crescent lunge. Wherever you are. Next time you inhale, lower that back knee so it just kisses the ground. Exhale, straighten. Few more times with your breath. Nice, slow, and smooth. One more time. And then stay where you are with that back knee straight. Wherever you are, crown of the head reaches away from the hips. Good. Wherever you are, back heel lowers down and lift up to warrior two position. Excellent. Front knee comes towards straight. Reach out right hand forward, forward, forward. Left hip reaches back. And then lifting back on up a few times, this little shimmy. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. One more time. Good. Exhale, bend that front knee. Take the right forearm, top that right knee. Taking that back hand, next inhale, sweep it forward, out in front of you, coming into side angle pose. Now we're going to work on deconstructing this a little bit. So with the next exhale, start to take the hand back a little bit. Take the torso down. Inhale back. You're going to start to build up this motion until you find yourself flowing between warrior two and side angle pose. If going with the breath right now doesn't seem like it's working out, that's fine. Find a way that feels fluid in the body. But try to find two poses that you aren't sacrificing. Fully warrior two, fully side angle. Few more times. Good. Next time you're in warrior two, stay there, straighten the front leg. Reach that right hand forward, left hip reaches back. Take the right hand down to the ground or to a block. Start with the left hand to the left hip. Open the chest wide. Staying here, or reaching the left hand straight up, coming into triangle pose. Breathe fully. Your block may be convenient for this. So taking the block to the inside of that right foot. Next exhale, bend into that right knee. Right hand solidly onto the block or the ground. Option one, stay here. Option two, turning the palm and reaching the fingers over that left ear, side angle pose. Option three, taking the hand behind the back. And if a bind is in your practice, you're welcome to take that here as well. Next inhale, unwinding, taking the hands down to the ground, framing that front foot, back heel lifts on up, and I'll turn the right toes towards the right edge of the mat, and then turning so all toes point towards the right long edge of the mat. Left hand roots down, right hand can reach up or can reach back in space. Short moment here. Exhale. Slowly unwinding, so you're in this lunge position, stepping back, downward facing dog. Good, shimmy out the legs. Next inhale, plank pose. Exhale all the way or halfway down. Inhale to your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between the hands. Start to find your way forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, Tadasana. Notice what's in your body. Good. Let's get ready for side two. Inhale, hands widen up. Exhale, swan dive. Bend the knees enough for the hands to plant. This time, right leg takes a big step back. Heel remains lifted. Hands down to the ground or lifting on up. Back knee remains lifted. Next, inhale, back knee grazes the ground. Exhale to the left. A few more times. Next time the knee is straight, stay there. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. With the exhale, shinning the hips back, reach the left fingers forward. Inhale back. Continuing on with the breath a few times. Excellent. Exhale, bend the front knee. Left forearm, top of the left knee. And then taking that right arm forward and around. Side angle pose. Once again, we're going to do that deconstructing of this pose. So taking the hand back a little bit, bringing it forward. Back and forth with the breath until you're all the way in warrior two with the inhale, side angle with the exhale, or a different pace if that works in your body. Next time you're in warrior two, stay there, straighten the front leg. Right hip back, left fingers reach forward, left hand down, right hand to the right hip. Open the chest. Staying here or reaching the right hand up. Coming into Trikonasana. Next, exhale, bending that front knee, taking the block to the inside of the foot or hand onto the ground. Start with the right hand lifted. Staying here, reaching the hand up and over the ear for side angle pose. Reaching the hand behind the back. Or again, if it's in your practice, a bind here is absolutely perfect. Next, exhale, unwinding, framing up the front foot with the hands, starting to shift onto that back toe, continue that motion. Left toes to the long edge, right toes face down, left hand reaches up or back. Next, exhale, gently does it unwind. Frame that front foot, step back, downward facing dog. Bring the legs together, knees apart, child's pose. With your inhale, pull forward, coming to tabletop, knees underneath the hips. And start to walk the hands forward, coming to puppy dog pose. Forearms can come down, alleviating a little bit, but you'll be here for about, say, 5 to 8 breaths. With your next inhale, start to pull your way forward onto your stomach. When you get there, taking both hands out wide to a T. And then with the right hand out, draw the left hand in, roll onto the right outer hip right here. Start working towards open wing. So this might be a lot on the shoulder. Maybe you want to bend into that left knee, taking the foot down. For a little more support, you could bend that right knee as well. Opening through the chest, opening into the shoulders. Stay here for about 3, 4 more breaths. Next inhale, starting to unwind. Come flat onto your chin or forehead, maybe taking a crocodile pose. Let's get ready for side 2. Arms wide, right hand in, legs together. Rolling onto that left outer hip here. Option 1, stay here. Maybe you bend into that right knee, right foot comes down. Maybe that left knee bends, coming into a little more support. Next inhale, start to unwind. Hands by the widest part of the chest, pushing so slowly back into a version of child's pose. Knees together, stomach rests on thighs, hands back behind you. Slowly roll the spine upwards. Taking the hands forward, tucking the toes. We just have 2 more of these as transitions. Downward facing dog. Right off the bat, come onto the toes. Right leg reaches on up. Look at the hands. Right knee behind the right hand. Right toes in line with the left. Taking the left leg back, coming into your version of pigeon pose. Something underneath that right hip, if it's elevated, will make this a night and day difference in experience. Sitting up tall, big inhale here. Exhale, hinging forward, sleeping pigeon, enjoying here. Next, inhale, plant the hands. Begin to lift your torso on. Taking that prop that's underneath the hip out. Tuck the left toes. Settle back into a tabletop. And take some time here, doing what your body needs to come back into a point of balance before going to side two. So what are the hips asking for? What is the body asking for? A few more moments here. When you're ready to continue, coming back, downward facing dog. Coming onto the toes, lifting the heels, left leg reaches on up. Exhale, left knee behind the left hand, left toes in line with the right. Right leg back. Settling down in towards your pigeon. Again, a prop underneath that left hip might serve you very well here. Nice and tall spine, inhale full. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. With your next inhale, hands plant, lifting on, moving that blanket out to the side. This time settling onto that left hip, taking both legs out in front of you, and give them a little bit of a shake here, a little bit of a side to side. If there's anything that your hips are calling for before coming in to continue on, please bring them there. Otherwise, bending the knees, feet together, knees apart, start sitting up tall. And exhale, hinging forward, Baddha Konasana. Taking the hands, planting them down. Inhale, slowly lifting the torso tall. Slowly bring the knees together, taking your time to do so. And then taking the hands behind the back, let the knees drop to one side and the other side, whatever pace feels good in your body. Next time the knees are facing one direction, let them stay there. Turn your torso away, taking a few nice, full, refreshing breaths. Next inhale, knees lift, and drop to the other side. Next inhale, knees lift. And from this point, walk the hands in a little bit. And then press the hands out, the chest puff forward. Maybe look up, maybe the head relaxes back. Gentle back bend here. Inhale. Start to make your way onto your backs. When you find your way onto your back, knees will ever so gently come into the chest. Draw some circles with the knees in one direction. Draw them the other way. And then take the feet so the heels are directly under the knees. Press the feet down, lift the hips up an inch, shift them to the right about 6 inches and plant them down. Take the arms to a T. Draw the knees so the knees are over the hips and let the knees drop over towards the left. Gaze can be straight up or over the right hand, your choice. Next inhale, head turns back so gaze will be up, knees lift up. Plant the feet down, shift the hips back to neutral. Take the feet about mat width apart, toes gently in, knees knocked together, and so gently push the feet away from you to flatten the low back into the ground. Take a moment here. And let's move in towards side two. Heels underneath the knees. Lift the hips an inch, shift them to the left about 6 inches. Draw the knees on up so they're over the hips, shins in line, and drop them over to the right. Maybe gazing over towards that left hand and enjoying this twist. Next inhale, knees lift. Planting the feet back down, hips in line. Draw the knees in one last time. Give yourself one more squeeze. If there's anything else your body is calling for, take some time to deliver. Otherwise, make your way down into final relaxation, Shavasana. Allow your breath to begin to deepen. Taking a few full, flushing breaths, maybe exhales out the mouth. Allow yourself to experience some small movements in fingers and toes. Continue on to wrists and ankles. Good. Reach your arms up and overhead. Extend your toes away from you, nice full body stretch. Draw the knees into your chest and roll onto one side of your body into the fetal position. Using the strength of your arms, push your way up to a comfortable seat. Taking some time to get there. And once you find that seat, hands rest on the lap. Crown reaches tall. And once again, like we did at the onset, notice your breath. What is your body telling you? Where are you now? Draw your palms together at heart center. Bow your chin in. Taking a moment to honor all of the gifts that life gives to us, all the ways that we can learn. Whoever you are, wherever you are, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope this practice has helped your evolution, your happiness, and your joy. Stay tuned, and let's communicate and let's support each other here. Thank you so much. And as it said, the light within me honors and reveres the light and divinity within each of you. Namaste. Hey all, I hope that your body feels phenomenal and that your mind is tranquil and calm and placid, and that all is good. So, as promised, I said that I would share a little bit about this theme of retaining some of the goodness, some of the gifts that have come in this time when status quo returns. So one of the beauties of this time is the realization that I've been getting really quite uptight. I haven't been taking all of my responsibilities and delegations of duties from my professional life with my personal life in the most, let's say, elegant of ways. And especially coming from this background with yoga and Ayurveda, one of the things that has unfortunately suffered is my meditation practice isn't as strong as it was. And my ability to, let's say, even relax and connect isn't what I know it can be. And so I've been taking active efforts to double down on my spiritual practice, on my meditation practice. To create videos like this is one of my efforts to make sure that this remains a priority. But something that I've really gained is that, that grind that we go through, that really is another gift. Because if through that gift we can remain, close to ourselves, we can remain that spiritual state, then we're able to do that, no matter what happens. I know that it's said that the Buddha, before he attained enlightenment, he sat underneath his Bodhi tree, closed his eyes, and he said, "I will not leave this place until I achieve enlightenment." And he goes and he sits and he sits and he sits, and the thing that happened before his enlightenment was what? He battled demons. He battled the things that were inside, those last insecurities, those pains, those traumas, whatever they were, that were holding him back from that true joy and happiness. And so something that I personally am going to make sure that I keep up is going to be these practices. So, when we are staying good to ourselves, when we're staying healthy, then we're able to be a lot more efficient. So instead of grinding through 10, 12, sometimes 14 and 16 hours, take some time in the morning, really root down, sleep well, eat well, and take those 8 hours, really focus through, do what you need to do, and come home, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and have that nice little routine through those 5 days. Now, it is going to be tough, and so the second thing that I'm going to be doing is continuing these videos, because your support is going to help keep me honest. And that's what I was saying before about community. We need each other to help each other out. So please share any insights that you gained from class today, any gifts that you've gained from this weird time, and how you think you'll be able to keep those gifts as we return to status quo. If you have any advice for me, I am very willing to accept, and I'm very happy to accept. So please share and comment. Let's keep the discussion section alive and well. And I look forward to sharing more yoga with you in the future. Thanks all.